Rise and shine, everyone. It's 6 a.m. and 49 degrees, but at least it's not as cold as it was yesterday morning, and then things are expected to warm up once again.
Live from KSAT 12, Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning at 6 a.m. on your Thursday, February 1st.
Happy February now. Mike reminded us earlier it's time to get ready for Valentine's Day. Hint, hint. You got plenty of time now.
Especially if you're not really a planner. Mike Osterage is here, and have you gone ahead and done some pre-purchasing for Valentine's to stay ahead of the curve? No.
So we got the wheels are turning.
The wheels are turning.
You still have time.
It's the thought that counts.
So it's just our duty to remind all the gentlemen out there. So
yes.
Yeah, it's our public service. Anyway, it's not as cold this morning, but still you want to grab a jacket. We do have some of our kind of mid-high level clouds hanging around here this morning as well. 49 degrees. At this time yesterday, we were down around 44, 43-ish. And so overall up 5 degrees or so, give or take, all around the area. A little bit more humidity. Not that you might kind of notice it, not like it's oppressively humid or anything like that, but the humidity will continue to be on the increase as we go through the rest of today as well as tomorrow. Mold is moderate. Mountain cedar is on the low side. Obviously, the updated count is going to be coming out later on. There could be, a little patch of fog here or there, especially off to the south and west this morning. I haven't seen any reports as of yet, but the humidity has really come back out to the south and west. Now, we're going to have sort of a mixture of sunshine and clouds as we go on in through the rest of today. We'll already be up to the normal high approximately by noon, and then top off at 70. Just like the past few days, been right in the vicinity of 70. Of course, some of those mid-high level clouds kind of hung in there tough yesterday, so we stayed just at 69 degrees, but still above normal. We are going to be mild again tomorrow. Fog, that's going to be a bigger threat tomorrow morning with more humidity coming on into the picture. And then we're talking about those showers, thunderstorms tomorrow night and then overnight into early Saturday morning. Some of those may be on the rough side with some heavy downpours, but once again, the timing's looking great as far as the rain getting out of here in time for the Western Heritage Parade and Cattle Drive. More on that. Look ahead to the weekend, windy weekend as well. Prepare for that. Details in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, Mr. Marquez, what's going on, sir?
All right, speaking of things looking great, right now would be a great time to hit the roads if you have to head out during our 6 o'clock hour. We're looking at I-10 and Frio, so we are still seeing an emergency vehicle here. Obviously, we've been following over the past 24 hours this bridge work that they've been doing, so they've added some joints there to the bridge on the upper levels of I-10 at Frio, but yesterday, in an effort to cover those joints, they had to put sort of this metal plate over the interstate, and yesterday we were talking to TxDOT, they said that they were going to smooth that over, and it looks like that's actually been the case here because we're not seeing the slowdown that we saw in this area yesterday. Traffic is it's a little bumpy there, but traffic is still not being as slowed down or delayed as we saw yesterday throughout most of our morning. As we take a look at our citywide map, you see here for the most part, again, things looking pretty good. No major accidents to speak of at the moment. We do have a car fire though being reported here off of I-35 in the northeast side. This is going to be a Ritterman Road, Fairdale Drive, and this is being reported by the San Antonio Fire Department. But again, off the highway, we have traffic moving pretty smooth in both directions there as well. One more quick look here at the rest of our TransGuide cameras here. Loop 410, Harry Wurzbach Road, traffic moving pretty smooth in that direction there. Let's see if we get one more here. 151 Loop 410 West, same situation there as well. Stephanie and Mark, back to you guys.
Thank you, RJ. New this morning, a home being used as storage caught fire overnight. Happened just after 11 p.m. on the north side in the 500 block of West Linwood near San Pedro. Fire crews tell us it started outside next to a trailer and some trash before creeping into the house. Nobody lived there, but the place is being used for storage and was completely packed. So far, no one was found inside and no injuries have been reported.
This morning, investigators are hoping you can help them track down the suspects in 2 Crime Stoppers cases. First up, a murder case from back in 2017. So this is some video when it happened, or actually the victim, 44-year-old Kevin Duplechain. His body was found on Sample Street. That's not far from the Alamo Dome, near South Hackberry and Iowa Street. Police are still searching for the killer. Call Crime Stoppers at 210-224-STOP.
And the search is on for the driver who hit a woman walking in the downtown area last month. It happened on North St. Mary's near East Commerce. Police say the driver of a truck hit a woman and took off. The victim was seriously hurt and rushed to a hospital. Call Crime Stoppers if you have information about either of these cases. The number to call, 210-224-STOP.
And we are learning new details about the criminal justice reform group that's been lockstep with District Attorney Joe Gonzalez for nearly his entire 5-year tenure.
Since the story broke, we've revealed hundreds of pages of messages between Gonzalez, his first assistant, and the founder of the Austin-based Wren Collective. KSAT Investigates' Dylan Collier has more on this mysterious group.
Founded less than 4 years ago by Austin-based attorney Jessica Brand, the Wren Collective describes itself as a strategic advising firm. And while it was first created as a for-profit limited liability company, Texas Secretary of State records show the entity forfeited its tax certificate in the summer of 2022. When you go to donate to Wren on its website, you are directed to the PayPal account for Social and Environmental Entrepreneurs, or SEE. The entity was first formed as a nonprofit in Delaware in 1987 as the American Soviet Film Initiative, a nonprofit aimed at promoting educational and cultural exchanges between the U.S. and the then Soviet Union through films and television programs. By the mid-90s, with the USSR broken up, the entity had changed its name to Social and Environmental Entrepreneurs and appeared to be operating out of Southern California, altering its mission to include activities promoting world peace and environmental and cultural preservation. Today, the nonprofit sponsors projects pushing for progressive change for social and environmental justice. What was a modest nonprofit revenue of over $21 million a year has ballooned the past 5 years to over $73 million, a vast majority of the funds coming from contributions and grants. A SEE official today described the nonprofit as Wren's fiscal sponsor, but said she had no information on whether Brand and her staff are paid employees of the California nonprofit. Bexar County District Attorney Joe Gonzalez, during an appearance on KSAT's Q&A last night, defended his years-long professional relationship with Brand, saying she helps with messaging in a volunteer capacity.
We didn't hire her. We haven't exchanged any money.
That volunteer capacity included hundreds of pages of written conversations between her, the DA, and his first assistant. Brand did not respond to an email from KSAT today seeking comment on how she and other members of her team are compensated. For KSAT Investigates, I'm Dylan Collier.
And coming up in our next half hour, Erica Hernandez dives into more of the text messages and emails from this story as the new details continue to emerge, and you can follow our process and stay up to date on the story by scanning this QR code on your screen right now. That will take you to the history on our website. It's on the homepage of KSAT.com.
Starting today, you can expect your CPS energy bill to go up by a few dollars. CPS's planned rate hike of 4.25% officially goes into effect today, February 1st. That means you can expect to see an average increase about $4 added to your monthly bill. The utility says the money will go towards improving infrastructure and for expansion.
And just a heads up for parents, enrollment for pre-K 4SA for the 2024-2025 school year opens today. Children must be 3 or 4 years old by September 1st, 2024 to be eligible to apply for the school year, which starts on August 19th. Now, applications can be submitted online at prekforsa.com and are processed on a rolling basis. So limited seats are available across 4 education centers. The Pre-K for SA program includes a free full-day pre-kindergarten for eligible 3 and 4-year-olds living in the city. Breakfast, lunch, and snacks are included, and free transportation is available to all students. So an extended day learning program is also available for qualifying families until 6 p.m.
Before we go to break, now it's time to make sure you're registered to vote. While it is a presidential election year, there are several elections at federal, state, and local levels, and the Texas primary election in March will be here before we know it.
You have until next Monday, February 5th, to register to vote and to submit an address change for the midterm election. You can check your status or verify your information on the Texas Secretary of State's website. Early voting will begin towards the end of February, and Election Day is March 5th.
609, 50 degrees.
And still to come before 6:30, the Spurs ran out of magic last night against Orlando. We're going to have the highlights and who's on the schedule before the rodeo road trip.
And speaking of rodeo, we're getting ready for the Western Heritage Parade and Cattle Drive we can expect downtown this weekend.
And let's look out there with live cam. Not as cool as yesterday morning, but you're still going to need a jacket. You won't regret it. Go ahead and grab it, and you probably won't need it later this afternoon. We'll be right back.
Welcome back and good morning. Don't forget, rodeo season is finally here, and a scene from the Old West will be recreated downtown this weekend.
Join us for the annual Western Heritage Parade and Cattle Drive. You can line the parade route and watch as bands, carriages, horses, and those famous Texas Longhorn cattle make their way down Houston Street. Now, the parade is set to begin at 11 a.m. This is happening this Saturday, and if you can't be there in person, you can also watch the procession on all of our platforms on KSAT 12, KSAT Plus, YouTube, and KSAT.com.
Yeah, our very own Mike Osterhage will be out there too, wearing his finest boots. Never too early to start thinking about Fiesta too, and last night we got a sneak peek of what's to come later this year. The Fiesta Commission just selected its Miss Fiesta for this year and unveiled the official poster for Fiesta 2024. The newly crowned Miss San Antonio, Ciara Davila, talked to us about plans for the year during her reign.
Plan on spreading the purpose of Fiesta. Not only is it a party, it's a party with a purpose, so I just hope to bring lots of joy to people's faces.
So mark your calendars. KSAT will be your Fiesta home. The festivities will run from April 18th through the 24th.
We're looking forward to that. Time now 6:14, and things look okay from this angle, but let's go ahead and check back with RJ Marcus.
Yeah, guys, things looking pretty good out there. And I was thinking about rodeo season coming up, Fiesta. I can't imagine a city with a better 3-month stretch.
Yeah.
I'm very biased, but I mean, from basically February to April, yeah, this city is great when it comes to those two major events. As we take a look outside, TransGuide traffic camera 281 at the quarry. Traffic moving pretty good there in both directions, north and southbound traffic. 98 Nogalitos, same situation there as well. We're seeing a few things pop up as we figured during our 6 o'clock hour. We're seeing a stalled vehicle here, Loop 410 eastbound at Fredericksburg Road. Traffic still moving pretty well through that area, something that we will continue to monitor. And of course, we have 2 stalled vehicles south of downtown, 90 eastbound there at I-10 and also I-10 east at 37, but does not appear to be causing any major delays at the moment. So we've been talking a lot about a construction going on, especially on the north side, northeast side and northwest side. We got some drone video, some fresh drone video to show you here of some of the traffic there on 35 at Hubertus Road in the Schertz area. So reason we went out there is because we've been getting a lot of reports about some potholes that have popped up, I guess you want to say, there in that area on the northeast side due to some of the rain and obviously the construction that we've seen in that area. So we checked in with TxDOT and they said that they are aware of the problems and they are addressing those potholes with their contractors. But again, because of that ongoing construction, you can expect to see sort of a similar situation out there over the next couple of weeks or so. So I printed out a couple of safety driving tips for pothole safety. Obviously, you want to make sure that your tires are properly inflated. You want to make sure you slow down and also don't slam on the brakes if you hit a pothole. Make sure you're holding on to the steering wheel firmly and beware of puddles because those puddles can definitely kind of hide some of those potholes, especially on these key parts of the interstate there. But cool drone stuff there from one of our photojournalists, Robert Samaron.
Boy, that's become a common sight on 35 at all hours of the day.
Yeah, and you see all
right?
those 18-wheelers, those big rigs. Yeah, a lot of activity out there.
Thank you, RJ.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
All right.
You know, you're talking about this 3-month period with rodeo and Fiesta and everything. We had a
Very
guest on
nice.
SA Live yesterday from out of town, and we were talking about rodeo and just where do they do it? Where in the what arena? I said, where the Spurs? I said, they kick them out for 2 weeks, do a rodeo in there, and then talking about our studio down there at Market Square. I said, and this is Fiesta out here, and I said, it's just 10 days because. Yeah, for no other reason than that. And I said, millions of people and all that.
Fun after fun. And then in between, you got spring break too. So lots of stuff to do.
And Valentine's Day, gentlemen.
Oh, yeah. Don't forget.
That's our public service announcement. Anyway, we are going to be rolling the bus right now and grab a jacket. It's not as cold as what it has been. We may fluctuate a couple of degrees. We're going to be ending up on the above normal side by a good 4 or 5 notches. And same thing then later on this afternoon, 72. We're going to have plenty of sunshine out there as well with some of those still mid-high clouds. And the humidity is going to continue to kind of creep up a little bit. All right, take a look at this picture. A little bit of sun, a little bit of rain, or a lot of rain in some cases, and bluebonnets already springing up. Look at that, won't be long. So I wonder if all the rain that we've had, if the timing has been very good to get a good bluebonnet crop going this year.
That would be outstanding.
Yeah, so make sure you obviously take the picture safely, but send in a lot of, when you start to see bluebonnets out there, send those pictures in. All right, the 6 to 10 day outlook, and this is going into basically the latter half of next week and into next weekend. And as you can see, as far as precipitation, it's saying close to what would be normal precipitation this time of year. And as far as temperatures, now this doesn't mean it's going to be on the hot side. It would just be the odds of being a little bit above normal. Normal highs are in the mid, leaning toward the upper 60s. And then as we go into next weekend, perhaps a slightly better than 50-50 chance of seeing above normal precipitation. We do have a rain chance late next week. And then as far as temperatures, just again, a little bit of a chance of being above normal as far as the overall temperatures. So again, I guess what we can take away from that is nothing too extreme coming up in the next couple of weeks around here. We do have some clouds hanging around right now. Really can't see them too well from that vantage point. Jump ahead to tomorrow. So like I had mentioned just a couple of moments ago, the humidity is going to continue to increase a little bit throughout the afternoon, overnight, and tomorrow. We'll be dealing with some fog tomorrow morning. Then by the afternoon, this computer model wants to scare up a couple little showers here and there late in the afternoon in toward dinner time. Then once we get into tomorrow evening, that's going to be the better chance for some of these thunderstorms to develop. And we'll see a couple of lines of them moving on through here. And some may be on the strong side, a couple of heavier downpours can't be ruled out, and that's going to be the situation into the wee hours of Saturday morning. But again, most all of these computer models do have all of this rain, and this is right before sunrise Saturday, getting out of here by cattle drive time on Saturday. It will turn very windy in behind that, though, and it's going to be gorgeous other than the wind, both Saturday as well as Sunday. And of course, Storm Prediction Center does have the chance for a couple of isolated, strong to potentially severe storms. High winds and hail are going to be the biggest threats with that, but those will be sort of few and far between. So 70 today, 71 tomorrow, and more humidity. We start to see the rain develop in the afternoon, and then especially in the overnight hours when we have that better chance for showers and thunderstorms. Things will be clearing out. It's going to be a damp start on Saturday early. But then, again, we clear on out. Windy on Saturday, very windy Sunday. Probably going to be posting wind advisories and red flag warnings in the hill country on Sunday. We're looking right now at gusts 35, 40 miles per hour, even higher than that. And lots of sunshine in through the middle of next week.
All right, well, we'll take it. Looks nice overall.
Good looking weekend.
Thank you, Mike.
621, 50 degrees.
We'll be right back.
COVID-19. I'm not waiting. If it's COVID, Paxlovid.
Paxlovid is an oral treatment for adults with mild to moderate COVID-19 and a high risk factor for it becoming severe. It does not prevent COVID-19.
My symptoms are mild now, but I'm not risking it. If it's COVID, Paxlovid.
Paxlovid must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms and help stop the virus from multiplying in your body.
Taking Paxlovid with certain medicines can lead to serious or life-threatening side effects or affect how it or other medicines work, including hormonal birth control. It's critical to tell your doctor about all the medicines you take because certain tests or changes in their dosage may be needed. Tell your doctor if you have kidney or liver problems, HIV-1, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeed. Don't take Paxlovid if you're allergic to nirmatrelvir, ritonavir, or any of its ingredients. Serious side effects can include allergic reactions, some severe, like anaphylaxis, and liver problems. These are not all the possible side effects, so talk to your doctor.
If it's COVID, Paxlovid.
Ask your doctor today.
6:24, time for a look at morning sports. Last year's NBA Rookie of the Year, Paolo Banchero and the Magic paid a visit to San Antonio last night, home of this year's Rookie of the Year favorite, Victor Wembanyama. It was Jeremy Sohan who came out of the tunnel guns blazing for the Spurs. Sohan corrals the board and gets to the paint for the hoop and the foul. On the other end, Wemby forces the Magic into a bad pass. It's a tic-tac-toe, and you guessed it, Sohan who rises up for the dunk. However, Orlando is young, and they boast a sizable lineup, too. Mo Wagner lays down the hammer. Spurs trail by 6 at halftime, and we're down by as many as 25 in the second half. San Antonio finally pieced together a 21-2 run in the fourth quarter, but again, too little, too late. Silver and Black fall 108-98. The team is now 10-38 overall on the season. They'll play New Orleans tomorrow night and Cleveland on Saturday. Both games are at home before the team takes off for this year's rodeo road trip. And Wemby continues to help the Silver and Black's jersey sales soar. Wemby ranks number 4 on the NBA top-selling jerseys list. That's based on the NBAstore.com sales. His ranking is the highest on the most popular jersey list for a rookie since the Celtics' Kristaps Porzingis back in the 2015-2016 season. Wemby comes in only behind notable All-Star Steph Curry of the Golden State Warriors, Jason Tatum of the Celtics, and LeBron James of the Lakers. And get this, the Spurs rank number 9 as a team in top-selling NBA merchandise.
And happening at 9 this morning, the UIL will announce its reclassification and realignment for the 2024-2026 school years. Now, the district alignments are changed every 2 years based on school enrollment. Those numbers for schools were submitted in October. In December, the UIL determined that the cutoffs are for each district. So stay tuned for that announcement and what's next for schools on KSAT.com.
All right. As I walk back the desk here, Steph, you said we just got an Amber Alert.
Yes.
I've got some more on the location, but go ahead and tell us what you got.
Yes, I was looking. It was a missing child in Taylor, Texas. So the child's an 8-year-old female, Lakin Strokes, who was last seen wearing a purple tank top and some temporary tattoos on the arm and blue and white plaid pants.
All right, so missing 8-year-old girl up in Taylor, Texas. And if you're wondering where that is, I just looked it up on the map. And it looks like it is northeast of Austin, kind of due east of Round Rock. So again, we'll try to get some more information for you on this latest Amber Alert for Taylor, Texas. And again, it's a little 8-year-old girl. Lakin Stokes is her name. They also noted that she is missing her prescription glasses. So just another note there as well. 627, 50 degrees. Let's look out there with TransGuide. Looking over at Loop 410 at McCullough, where traffic is moving right now. Also looking good there at this shot. We're going to get a check-in with RJ Marcus very soon. Outside with Live Cam. Thursday, new month begins. You might be on the fence about whether to take a jacket today. Leaning towards yes. It's not as chilly as it's been all week, but we're hovering right around 50 degrees. Hi, good morning. It is 6:30 and it is February 1st already. It is. Mike Osterhage joins us now. Look ahead at our Thursday and ahead to a weekend that's going to be eventful as far as goes as far as the wind category.
Yes, starting off eventful because of the chance for showers and thunderstorms late tomorrow night, early Saturday. Some could be strong. Then we clear out nicely. But yeah, it's going to be windy Saturday and very windy on Sunday. And we're looking at potential wind advisories as well as red flag warnings on Sunday. More on that in a moment. And any glow that y'all can see here? We might have a few too many clouds hanging around. We've got some of those mid-high level clouds again out there this morning. 49 degrees, so we are anywhere 5, 6, 7 degrees above where we were at this time yesterday. That's kind of across the board. Also, that number, albeit still well below the actual air temperature, the dew point has come up a good 5, 6, 7 degrees compared to around the area compared to this time yesterday. So a little bit more humidity, and that's also, this number is going to start to slowly go up throughout the course of the day, overnight, and tomorrow. No wind out there as of right now. Temperatures in the mid-upper 40s, low 50s. Like I said, across the board up a good, handful, 5, 6, 7 degrees compared to yesterday. Mold is moderate. Mountain cedar is on the low side. The updated count should come out in about, say, an hour, hour and a half. So today, partly cloudy. Again, very warm, like Mark was talking about. Grab a jacket this morning. By late morning, you won't need it. And then very mild overnight. And tomorrow, we're going to be dealing, as I mentioned, with some fog in the morning. Then we'll start to see some showers develop in the afternoon, a few storms overnight. Some heavy rain, some pockets of heavy rain. Also, some may be on the strong to potentially severe side, primarily to the east, but obviously we'll have to be on the lookout for that. And then rain early Saturday. It clears on out, and we were talking about breezy and very windy on Sunday. It's going to be mild temperatures. We'll be up in the mid-upper 60s over the weekend, but yeah, extremely windy on Sunday. More on that in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, RJ, what's going on, sir?
All right, Mike, seen a couple of things pop up. Take you outside real quick. I-10 at Frio. We have emergency lights here. Remember, they installed that metal plate over I-10 West, the upper level here at Frio, but it looks like that has been smoothed over reverse, so traffic moving a little bit better in that direction. A couple of stalls to let you know about. Loop 410 eastbound Fredericksburg Road on the near northwest side. Let's take you to the southwest side right here. Loop 410 southbound at Ray Ellison Drive, not causing any major delays right there at the moment for our drivers in that area. And two more stalls to let you know about. 90 eastbound at I-10 and also here I-10 eastbound at 37. But for the most part, guys, traffic is looking pretty good across the city of San Antonio. Mark and Stephanie, back to you guys.
Thank you, RJ. A local geometry teacher is in trouble, accused of taking all the wrong angles in his interactions with a female student, sending her nude photos of himself.
Our Katrina Weber is live outside John F. Kennedy High School, where this came to light.
Katrina, did the allegations involve only one student, or is there a chance others were involved?
Well, the arrest affidavit centers around only one 17-year-old female student. It does not mention where this investigation is going from here. So far, though, it has led to the arrest of 29-year-old Miguel Angel Nava Jr. He was taken into custody yesterday afternoon after the allegations came to light Monday. The affidavit says another student heard about what was going on and reported it to a teacher at Kennedy High School. From there, Edgewood ISD police began investigating. They say the student involved told them that Nava had sent her photos of his nude body parts and asked for similar photos of her, although she did not comply. When Nava was questioned, the affidavit says he admitted to sending those photos and kissing the girl, but it says both of them denied ever having sex. Now, Nava is facing several charges. This morning, he's not only out of the classroom here, but he's also out of jail after posting bond. Reporting live on the west side, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Katrina, thank you. We are continuing to dig into more than 200 pages of emails and text messages between Bexar County's District Attorney's Office and a group called the Wren Collective. They're a criminal justice reform group.
In some of those messages, the DA's office discussed specific court cases with this group. And as our Erica Hernandez reports, the DA's office even asked that messages be moved to a private account.
So help me God.
Congratulations. The Bexar County District Attorney's Office has been talking with the Wren Collective since 2019 when Joe Gonzalez took office. Records show they talked about policy, providing Gonzalez with press releases, talking points, and sending over op-eds the Wren Collective wrote on behalf of the DA. There were also discussions about a high-profile case in October 2022. A now fired San Antonio police officer shot Eric Cantu while the teenager was in his car in a McDonald's parking lot. Jessica Brand, founder of the Wren Collective, reaches out to First Assistant DA Christian Henriksen saying, quote, "My guess is there will be a lot of misinformation out there. If I were Joe, I'd probably have a press conference, maybe with the sheriff, explain you are dropping charges and why they were ever filed. And then that obviously the video is extremely disturbing. If you want, we can do talking points that don't lead to commenting on the case. We've done it for others." Henriksen responds, "I'm trying to get Joe on the phone now. I'm going to advise we dismiss immediately." Later, Henriksen confirms they are dropping previous charges against Cantu. Also in 2022, Bexar County Sheriff Javier Salazar announced an investigation into migrant flights out of San Antonio, organized by Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. Gonzalez meets with Salazar and then texts details of that meeting to Jessica Brand, saying there's not enough information to believe that immigrants are actually being recruited for this plane trip. In 2023, tensions escalated between SAPD and the DA's office after several officers were shot by repeat offenders. Following a town hall meeting with Gonzalez and McManus, the two shook hands. The next day, Henriksen sent a message to Brand saying, "Glad he did that. Doubt Chief would have shook his hand if Joe didn't force it on him." But that tension wasn't over. Last September, Brand reached out to Gonzalez about a firm from Washington, D.C. willing to help him if a lawsuit is filed to remove him from office. Gonzalez responds, "I do not always check my work emails as often as I do my personal. Can you please see that any future communications with this group sent to, please? I would also suggest any communications coming from you, Jess, go to that email because my secretarial staff can see my emails and I would prefer this go to CH and I only." Erica Hernandez, KSAT 12 News.
And again, we have the hundreds of pages of text messages and emails posted for you to see on KSAT.com. Looking through these records is part of our commitment to question our public officials and hold them accountable so you can follow our process and stay up to date on the story by scanning this QR code.
Doorbell security cameras have become a vital tool for solving neighborhood crimes, but one company is making it a little tougher for law enforcement to get that kind of video. Ring now says it will no longer give its customers' video directly to police. Yesterday marked the official end of Ring's request for assistance tool. Investigators were previously able to obtain video directly through Ring's Neighbors app. Now, law enforcement can still use the video, but they need to get permission from the owner of the video and instruct them on how to deliver it. Officers may also get warrants. All right, a statement from the San Antonio Police Department says the change will not have a big impact on how detectives investigate, but Chief McManus repost on X from the Major Cities Chiefs Association says essentially the opposite. Reading in part, make no mistake, this decision will hamper local law enforcement's ability. We hope Amazon will reconsider their approach to public safety, end quote. Over the past few months, we've had record-breaking heat during the summer, droughts, and extreme cold snaps here in South Texas.
So how can you account for the changes in climate in the garden?
This morning's KSAT's Gardening with KSAT, Sarah Costa explains how you can do your part.
We have been seeing some intense weather in San Antonio, and scientists say climate change that is partly induced by humans is a cause.
So how can you do your part to combat climate change in the garden? The good news is you don't even have to be a gardener.
Start by composting your old coffee grinds, food waste, and dirty paper products to the compost bin, not your trash bin. Your trash goes to the landfill, and the landfill is a big contributor to greenhouse gases.
Compost bins include all biodegradable material that naturally break down over time, which results in less trapped gas.
And if you want to make your own healthy soil, you can make compost yourself with all that food waste.
Stop using pesticides. Pesticides contribute to greenhouse gases. They're not good for us to be breathing in, and they're harmful to the environment because they kill bugs. And we need our bugs. Bugs break down waste and pollinate our food and plants, well, they cool down our earth.
And finally, plant native. Native plants can survive extreme weather, need less water, and provide food and habitat for our pollinators.
These steps might seem small, but if we all do our part, they'll add up to combat climate change. Happy gardening. I'm Sarah Costa, KSAT 12 News.
640, 50 degrees.
And the ever-changing weather during winter can make it difficult for kiddos to get outside. Just ahead, how the sun plays an important role in your child's growth and what foods they can eat to get that extra vitamin D during the cooler months. And welcome back. It is 6:44. The ever-changing weather during winter can make it hard for kids to get outside.
KSAT 12 producer Haley Powers tells us how the sun plays an important role in your child's growth and what they can eat to get extra vitamin D during the winter months.
From cloudy, gloomy days to freezing temperatures and rain, getting some fresh air is not an easy task during the winter time. If kids aren't getting enough vitamin D from the sun, this could affect their bone health.
When our skin gets exposed to the UV radiation and sun, our skin is able to actually create vitamin D.
When vitamin D is made, it goes towards the shaping and density of developing bones. But sometimes the weather stops your child from getting outside every day. One way to supplement that loss is through vitamin D-rich foods. Those include some types of fish, egg yolks, mushrooms, and some types of breakfast cereals.
Make sure that you really are eating a lot of those vitamin D-rich foods and that you are getting some exposure when you can.
Doctors at Christus Children's Hospital say it only takes about 10 to 15 minutes of direct sunlight in peak hours for children to get the vitamin D the body needs each day. But remember, safety from the sun is also important. UV rays in the wintertime can still be harmful to your child.
Good effects is that they do help us create vitamin D. Negative effects is that's a high risk for skin cancer. And so we do want to continue to protect kids whenever they're out in the sun.
If you believe your child has a vitamin D deficiency, make an appointment with your pediatrician to get their levels checked. Haley Powers, KSAT 12 News.
Just about 6:46.
go ahead and check back with RJ Marquez.
All right, guys. Yeah, things are looking pretty good so far on the roadways. If you're headed out right now on your Thursday morning commute, we just saw that shot there, I-10 at Frio. We saw that metal plate that was placed over I-10 westbound, the upper level, that has been smoothed out, so traffic moving pretty good there. 90 at Nogalitos seeing our normal backup here. 90 at Lackland, traffic moving pretty well there in that direction. So we're looking at Loop 410 eastbound. We have a stall there at Fredericksburg Road on the near northwest side, starting to cause a little bit of delays on Fred Road, but something that is not causing too much of a backup at the moment. And we have cleared out that one stalled vehicle that we had 90 eastbound there at I-10, but we still have this stall being reported eastbound I-10 at I-37. So something for our drivers on the southeast side to kind of just keep in mind. So we want to mention, of course, gas prices, because we have seen them increase over the past couple of weeks. And I know, Mark, we were talking a little bit earlier about how usually we see the reverse of this. San Antonio is usually on the lower end when it comes to the average gas price, but I was checking around here and it looks like Comal County is at $2.97, Guadalupe is at $2.95. Same thing with Dallas is at $2.98. So yeah, so we're seeing kind of a fluctuation of gas prices across the state, but either way, we're up about 20 cents from a week ago. So a lot of people are seeing some of the pain at the pump over the past couple of days.
And we're almost always cheaper than the U.S.
We are. That's why I wanted to
average.
check it out. But yeah.
We were so spoiled, but at least, still less than the national average.
Yeah, still less than the national average. Yeah.
We'll take that.
Good for that.
Thank you, RJ.
Mike.
No, I was just thinking, when you said about 20 cents or so above last week. Last week it was like 260 something when I filled up, and now it's continued to go up. So makes you want to walk. Anyway, take a look at this picture. We had a lot of those leftover mid-high clouds yesterday over by Woodlawn Lake. And look at, that water is just so smooth out there. What a gorgeous picture. Thank you very much for that one, Margie. Appreciate that. All right, a little bit of the glow of the morning sunrise here, but you can see we do have a lot of those mid-level clouds kind of hanging around here once again and throughout the rest of today. Now, we're starting off. You'll notice it's slightly not as cold, I guess you can say, not necessarily warmer than what it was yesterday. And we've got these clouds hanging around here. We will have some sunshine thrown on in. We'll be up to 64 degrees once we hit noon and then get up to a high temperature of 70. So we're going to be on average 5, 6, 7 degrees above normal, sort of a mixture of sunshine and clouds, a lot of those mid-high clouds. All right, got to jump ahead to tomorrow. We are going to have a lot more humidity around here. That's going to start to go up in the overnight hours and tomorrow morning. So we're going to be seeing some patchy fog around the area tomorrow, then keep a lot of clouds hanging around here. And by the afternoon, a couple of computer models want to see a shower or two trying to crop up, and a few more by dinner time. And then as we go into the evening hours, we'll see a few more of these showers, a few thunderstorms that are going to be developing here. Some of the thunderstorms may be, well, first of all, a couple of heavier downpours can't be ruled out, and some may be on the strong, potentially severe side. So we'll have, looks like a couple of waves of these coming through, and then even in the wee hours Saturday morning, this coming on through here. So maybe on the noisy side early Saturday morning. But the good news as far as the Western Heritage Parade and Cattle Drive is concerned, all this is going to be out of here by just after sunrise. So everything is looking promising as far as that goes. And a lot of these computer models are in agreement that it does get pushed on out of here. As far as rain, we are looking at half, 3/4 inch of rain possible. Obviously, there may be a couple of heavier downpours, but once again, the majority of this is going to be further off to the east over there by Houston. But at least most everybody is going to be seeing some rain one way, shape, or another. Maybe not as much as you'd like to see, but at least we'll be getting some more rain. And Storm Prediction Center does have that risk for 1 or 2 isolated severe storms. High wind and hail is going to be the biggest threats with this. And then further off again to the east is going to be, well, add into that, may is small chance for a spin-up tornado. 70 today, 71 tomorrow. A lot more clouds tomorrow, more humidity. Notice how the low temperatures stay in the mid-50s. And then we've got the good rain chances tomorrow night and early on Saturday. Some strong thunderstorms are going to be possible, a couple of heavier downpours as well. And then we get into Sunday. Saturday, then things are going to be clearing out. Windy on Saturday, mild day, and Sunday is going to be very windy. We're going to be looking at just kind of prepare ahead for that. As far as maybe some red flag warnings posted, the Weather Service is saying right now, good likelihood they'll be issuing some of those wind advisories and red flag warnings for the hill country on Sunday.
We'll have to watch out for that.
Yeah.
But other than that, kind of nice weather.
Good looking weekend. Good looking weekend.
Thank you, Mike.
Right now, 6:50, 50 degrees.
Look out there with live cam right now. Not too bad as well. Like Mark said, 50. We'll take that. You still may need a jacket, though, for the morning hours. We'll be right back.
I like the music.
I know. And the graphics. So looking ahead to this weekend, as you can see, the annual Western Heritage Parade and Cattle Drive is going on in downtown San Antonio. So the parade is set to begin at 11 a.m. on Saturday morning. And if you can't be there in person, you can watch the procession on all of our platforms. This is KSAT 12, KSAT Plus, YouTube, and on KSAT.com.
Mike will be out there. We saw him practicing his parade wave earlier this morning. If you're drinking coffee right now, listen up. San Antonio Coffee Festival is returning to Travis Park coming up on February 10th. That is a Saturday. You'll be able to try coffee from 35 roasters, and not only from San Antonio, the Hill Country, but also from Louisiana, Washington State, and even Mexico. We have all the details and ticket information at KSAT.com.
Coffee, that's my kind of festival.
That's we're big fans.
Yes, we are. Time now 6:55. Let's check back with RJ.
Yeah, guys, and if you're getting a cup of coffee right now, about to hit the roads, good news, we're not seeing anything major out there right now. By the way, that event just continues to grow. Really kind of cool event there in downtown San Antonio. 281 at the quarry, traffic moving pretty good both directions there. 90 in Nogalitos kind of seeing our normal backup in that area, but traffic still getting through there pretty smoothly. All right, taking a look here at our map, we have still a stalled vehicle, Loop 410 at Ray Ellison Boulevard. Keep that one in mind. And we also have a stall there, 37 at I-10 on the southeast side. And also a bit of a delay of the traffic northeast side there, 35 and 410. Nothing being reported out there, but still causing some significant backup out there. Mike?
Yeah, we've got some clouds around here right now, as you can see in this picture, looking off to the east, and temperatures mid-upper 40s, low 50s. Jacket's good idea, and then won't need it by the afternoon. We're going to be on the lookout for those storms tomorrow night. Should be out of here by the time the cattle drive gets going. Don't forget about the whole weekend at Market Square, Western Heritage Weekend. A lot going on. Got the Vaquero Cook-Off on Saturday there. A lot of stuff for the entire family. And yes, I will have to practice the wave because Fiona and I are going to be walking ahead of the cattle to start.
Can you give us a preview of your parade wave?
No, you got to watch.
Get some practice.
Something like that.
That's the example.